Did you know that families are like teams? It's true. Everyone on the team has a special job to do. When it comes to making you, your parents are the most important members of the team. They both give you little pieces of themselves to create a brand new person you. It's a fascinating process, really. Think about it. You might have your dad's nose or your mom's smile. But what about your brain? Scientists have been studying this for a very long time. They wanted to know where your smarts, your ability to learn and think, really come from. It's a big question with some very cool answers that we are exploring today. The idea of where intelligence comes from has puzzled people for centuries. Is it something you learn, or is it something you are born with? The answer is a little bit of both, which makes it so interesting. Your brain is like a super powerful computer, and it gets its basic programming from your parents. But just like a computer, you need to add software and learn how to use it. That's where things like going to school, reading books, and trying new things come in. But the starting point, the initial hardware for your brain, is a gift from your family. It's an amazing combination of nature and nurture. So, let's consider this big idea. When we talk about intelligence, we are talking about many different things. It can mean being good at math, or being a great artist, or being able to understand people's feelings. There are so many ways to be smart. Science tells us that the foundation for these abilities might be passed down in a very specific way. Researchers have looked at thousands of families to see if they could find a pattern. They wanted to see if intelligence was more connected to one parent than the other. What they found is pretty remarkable and points in one particular direction. This exploration isn't about saying one parent is more important than the other. Not at all. Both of your parents are incredibly important in helping you grow into a smart, kind, and curious person. Think of it like building with blocks. One parent might give you the really cool special-shaped blocks, while the other parent teaches you the best way to stack them up to build an amazing tower. Both parts are needed to create the final masterpiece. Science is all about looking at the evidence, and the evidence for intelligence has a very interesting story to tell about moms. So, how do your parents give you these pieces of themselves? It all comes down to something called genes. Genes are like tiny instruction manuals inside every single cell of your body. Imagine you have a giant library of books that holds all the information needed to build you. These books are called chromosomes, and the words and sentences on the pages are your genes. They decide things like the color of your hair, how tall you will be, and even the shape of your ears. It's the ultimate do-it-yourself guide for making a human being, and it's incredibly detailed. You get these instruction manuals from both of your parents. Your mom gives you a set, and your dad gives you a set. When you are made, you get half of your chromosomes from your mom and the other half from your dad. This is why you are a mix of both of them. It's like taking half the pages from your mom's instruction book and half from your dad's and putting them together to make a brand new, completely unique book. This mixing is what makes every person on Earth, except for identical twins, totally different from everyone else. It's a wonderful biological recipe. These genes come on structures called chromosomes, as we mentioned. Humans have 23 pairs of them. There are two special ones called the sex chromosomes, which decide if you are a boy or a girl. They are called the X and Y chromosomes. Girls have two X chromosomes, one from each parent. Boys have one X chromosome from their mum and one Y chromosome from their dad. This is a key part of our story because that X chromosome is packed with a lot of important information, especially information related to building a brain. It's a very busy and important part of your genetic makeup. Think of it like this. If you were building a car, the genes would be the blueprints. There would be a blueprint for the wheels, one for the engine, and one for the color of the paint. You get a set of blueprints from your mom and a set from your dad. Sometimes, one set of instructions is used more than the other. For some parts of you, your body might follow mom's blueprint exactly, while for other parts, it might follow dad's. For intelligence, it seems that the blueprints found on the X chromosome are especially important for the engine of your car, your brain. Now, for the really cool part, scientists have discovered that a lot of the genes responsible for intelligence are located on the X chromosome. Remember, girls have two X chromosomes and boys have one. Since everyone gets an X chromosome from their mother, she's always passing on these intelligence genes. A father only passes his X chromosome to his daughters, not his sons. This means that mothers have a very direct genetic link to the intelligence of all their children. It's a powerful connection that is written right into our DNA, the very code of life itself. These genes are what scientists call conditioned genes. This is a fancy way of saying that they work differently depending on which parent they come from. For some of these intelligence genes, the ones that come from your mom are activated or switched on. But the exact same genes that come from your dad are often deactivated or switched off. It's like having two light switches for the same light. The one from your mom is flipped to on, while the one from your dad is flipped to off. So, your body mostly uses your mom's genetic instructions for building certain thinking parts of the brain. Let's use an example. Imagine you are baking a cake. You get a recipe for the frosting from your mom, and you get a recipe for the frosting from your dad. The conditioned genes for intelligence are like a rule that says, always use mom's frosting recipe. Even though dad's recipe is right there, the rule tells your body to ignore it and only use the one from mom. This is why scientists believe that mothers have a bigger genetic influence on how smart their children are. The brain-building process seems to favor the genetic information that she provides in these specific areas. This scientific idea comes from studies on mice, and later from looking at data from thousands of young people. Researchers found that a mother's IQ was often a better predictor of her child's intelligence than the father's IQ. Of course, this is not a perfect rule. It's a scientific observation about averages and tendencies. Many other factors are involved, and genetics is just one piece of a very large and complex puzzle. But it's a very significant piece that points to the special role a mother plays in laying the groundwork for her child's mind from the very beginning. Now, it's very important to remember that dads play a huge role too. While they might not pass on as many of those switched-on intelligence genes, they contribute in other amazing ways. Here's an interesting fact. Genes linked to things like intuition and emotion might be more strongly passed on from fathers. So, while your mom might give you the building blocks for logic and thinking, your dad might give you the tools to understand feelings and make gut decisions. A well-rounded mind needs both logic and emotion, working together in perfect harmony. It's all about teamwork. Furthermore, being smart isn't just about the genes you are born with. Your environment is incredibly important. This includes the love, support, and encouragement you get from your family. Both parents are your first teachers. They teach you how to talk, how to be curious, and how to solve problems. A father who reads to you every night, helps you with your science fair project, or takes you to museums is helping your brain grow and make new connections. These experiences are just as important as the genes you started with. They build upon your natural foundation. Think about a garden. A mother might provide the amazing high-quality seeds, the genes, for a brilliant flower. But a seed can't grow on its own. It needs good soil, water and sunlight to become strong and beautiful. Both parents work together to provide that nurturing environment. They provide the soil of a safe home, the water of love and nutrition, and the sunlight of encouragement and learning opportunities. Without this care from both parents, even the best seeds won't be able to reach their full potential. So, while science suggests that mums may give you a genetic head start in the intelligence department, becoming a smart, capable, and kind person is a team effort. Your intelligence is a beautiful mix of the genetic gifts from your mother, the unique contributions from your father, and all the learning and growing you do every single day. Both of your parents give you the tools you need to build a fantastic mind. It's a wonderful partnership, and the result is the amazing one-of-a-kind person that you are.